Hello everyone, welcome to this spring makeup tutorial. I am just going to tell you right now, I was totally winging this one. I had no plan going into it. I had a rough plan, but I think it turned out okay. So first of all, I'm going to start off by priming my eyes, and I just use a foundation for this because it's already in my palette, so it's one less product to buy or worry about, and it works out pretty well, I think, creating a nice even base for me to start with. And the first shade we're going to use is Sabrina. As you can tell, I use it quite a bit. It's just a really good base color to put on. I'm going to put that all over my lid very aggressively. Just kidding. And I'm using a fluffy brush for this to get a nice, soft application. Now, the second shade I'm going to go in with is Leo. I love this shade. It is so pretty, so bold. And I'm using the smudge brush now. And this is the part that I wasn't really sure what I was doing, to be honest. I was trying to go for a kind of different dimensional look, and I don't know if I quite achieved it, but it comes together at the end, so it's okay. But I'm mostly putting that on the middle and the outer corner of my eye. And then I go back to my fluffy brushes to make sure to soften those edges and to give it a good blend out. And then later realize that I need to add on way more, but that's okay. All right, third shade now. We're going in with Moscow, and this is another super pretty, almost kind of cranberry-ish orange shade, and it's also a shimmer. So it's really good at just adding a little more dramatic flair to your look. So I am focusing on creating that V kind of shape in the outer corner of my eye, putting it in the crease and under my eye as well. I'm really just trying to build this color to the depth that I want it while also blending just to really keep from having some harsh lines. And again, at this point, I'm like, I don't know if this is going to turn out. I'm like not loving it at this point, but I'm just gonna keep working at it and we'll see. And then in between shades real quick, I'm going to clean off my brush with this super cool little sponge in my palette. I love it. All right. And now we're going to go on with my third and final shade, which is Havana. Havana? I think it's Havana. It is a like peachy, bright color, and I love it. And as you can see, again, I'm not sure where I want to incorporate this shape, but I want to incorporate it because it's so pretty. So we're looking a little rough. It's okay. I know we are. But again, hold on to the end. I think it comes together. Off screen, I did my brows and my mascara, so now we're going to move on to the face stuff. So I'm going to go in with my detailed concealing right now. So I'm using the small end of the blend brush right now. And I'm going in with Aura. It's a really good, not too dark of a shade for fair tones, but really good at concealing those red areas, any dark spots. So that's what I'm doing right now, is putting in all those darker / red areas. And yeah, I totally have makeup on my arm. That is not a bruise. Just noticed it now. Now I'm going to go in with the buff brush, the larger end, and I'm going to apply all my main shade all over my face. For my main shade, I do still use Aura, but I do mix in a little bit of white peach on the areas that I feel like are more fair, so that it doesn't come off too yellow. But all in all, I feel like Aura is a pretty good shade for me, especially during spring and summer when I am getting outside more and have more of a tan. I love this brush. It does a really good job at applying full coverage, but also blends really effortlessly. And so I think it's definitely a must-have. Even if you don't like super full coverage, it's still a really good brush to have. Now, as you can see, I'm looking pretty one-dimensional right now, pretty flat. So we're going to add in some contour, and you will see the magic of contour in just a minute. So basically I'm going to apply that anywhere that I want, just more definition, right? So I want to define my cheekbones and just really make those pop. And I'm using the other side of the buff brush for this because it's got a nice good edge, and it's just a good brush to like blend it out as you go along too, like I'm doing right now, to really soften up those edges so I don't have this harsh brown line on my cheeks. Some other areas you can contour is your jawline and then your nose. I don't typically do the jaw and nose like every day. I don't even do contour every day, let's be honest, but I do like to do it if I am doing like more of an elevated look, kind of like I'm doing right now. So yeah, and I'm using Ash. Did I mention that? I can't remember. I'm not going to go back now. So here I'm doing the nose contour, just, yeah, going on the edges, and then just really got to blend it out and make sure you don't leave any harsh lines behind. All right, my face got pretty serious there. So back to a smile, and I'm looking pleasant, happy again. No, back to serious. Okay, so now I'm putting on blush, and for this I'm using Frenchie. It is seriously one of my favorite shades ever. It's a really beautiful pinky peach shade, and it seriously is so great, especially if you have fair skin. It really gives you that pop of color while still looking natural. And I'm applying it with that same blend brush that I used earlier to conceal with. Now I'm going in with that same color, Frenchie, on my lips. That is what I love about these cream products in my palette, is that I can use them for so many things. So I also love Frenchie on the lips. As you can see, it's super pretty, very spring, and it's just all coming together with the eyeshadow and everything. So I'm applying that with a multitasker brush right now. And here I go, starting off with a nice relaxed face before I go back into being super serious. And I'm going to apply a bronzer now. So I'm using a cream bronzer. Obviously, everything in my palette's cream. This is Bella, and I'm applying that with a big fluffy brush, more specifically the blush bronzer brush. And wow, that is a tongue twister. Blush bronzer brush. Bronzer. Okay. Anyway, I'm putting that anywhere I'd want to look like I have like a tan, right? So my forehead, upper cheekbones, I put a little bit on my neck. Super pretty. And this is the final step, pretty sure. I'm putting a brightening highlight on right now. So it's called Moonlit, and it's really just going to make some small areas pop. So I like to put it around my eyes and down the middle of my nose and on my Cupid's bow of my lip. I just love this super pretty lightening effect it does. Just kidding, one more step. I'm putting on Illuminator, which in the regular makeup world is highlighter. This is Photoshop. It's just adding a little bit of shimmer to my look. Okay, seriously, this is the final step. I'm taking Boardwalk, it's another lip and cheek shade, and just layering a tiny bit on top of my lips just to give a slight glossy finish, because Frenchie is matte, so I just like how it looks. And after some slight touch-ups off camera, this is our final look. So again, I don't know if it was what I expected going in, but all in all, I like how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.